So hello everyone. We have discussed till this one habeas corpus and what exactly this writ in lecture number 29.1. Now we are going to see mandamus. Mandamus writ. What is this mandamus writ? What does this mean? Okay. Now see, mandamus is also a kind of writ. Okay, writ is like we have already seen that court can issue a order that what that can be done, what that cannot be done in order to protect your fundamental right. Okay, now what is mandamus? Mandamus literal meaning means like what we have seen in the habeas corpus. Literal meaning was that produce the body. Okay, now mandamus means we command. Mandamus means we command. Now this mandamus habeas corpus that we discussed, that can be applied to the government officials also and even to the individual. Like we have given the example that when the let us suppose a girl of 18 years age was kept in a house by the family, and the boyfriend can file a case on the court regarding this habeas corpus petition in the court, because the girl has been detained by his parents. Now here the case can be filed on the regular citizen also. But mandamus, this mandamus is only against public authority. It is against public authority. Okay, now this can be applied when public servant is not doing his duty and hampering my fundamental right. Okay, and this is optional kind of things. So this can be applied to, let us suppose, public servant who is not doing his duty and hampering my fundamental. It is just an example. Okay, so mandamus is like means a command. It commands the person to whom it is addressed to perform some public or quasi-public legal duty which he has refused to perform and performance of which cannot be enforced by any other adequate legal remedy. Mandamus cannot be granted against the president or the government of a state for the exercise and performance of the power and the duties of his office. Okay, so this can be only applied to the public authority, not to the president or the government and all. Only to the public authority. Like we have seen that public servant, let us suppose IPS, we can, mandamus can be applied to the IPS officer or IAS officer, that he is not doing his duty and hampering my fundamental rights. So that can be, writ can be filed against such authority. Okay, so and any public servant is doing is an official duty but violating my fundamental rights, so I can approach the Supreme Court and the writ of a mandamus will be issued, and it will command like do not violate fundamental right of the citizen. Okay, we understood what exactly is mandamus. So there was a case, Shankaracharya case. There was a case, Shankaracharya case. In this religious institution had one murder. Within the religious institution there had one murder. He was arrested. Now police investigated and all bank account of the religious institution were frozen. Like within the religious institution one murder was happened. Okay, one murder was happened, and due to that all the bank account of that religious institution, not of the person who has done the murder. Okay, all the bank account of the religious institution was freezed. All was freezed. Now under article 26 we have seen that the religious institution should be maintained and can't be maintained with the foreign bank account that is present under the like can't be maintained under the frozen bank account. Okay, with the article 26 religious institution gets the power to maintain it. How a state is interfering and in that and my freezing my bank accounts? If the bank account is frozen, I am unable to maintain the religious institution. Ultimately, it was violating the fundamental right that is mentioned under the article 26. So this case went to the Supreme Court. Okay, matter went to the court. Supreme Court asked, how can you froze the bank account of a religious institution? Who has given you the right for that? The person has done the murder, catch that person. You can't freeze the whole bank account of the religious institution. And for the religious institution get the power through the article 26 to the maintenance of it. They have the complete freedom to maintain the religious institution. And when you are freezing the bank account of the religious institution, they are unable to do the normal work of the institution. So Supreme Court asked, like, how can you froze the bank account of the religious institution? Police said, yes, we can do. Now the police had the reply. When the police had done that, they also must have a reply. So what they reply? Police replied that yes, we can do. How? We have the right under the criminal procedure code. They said that we have a right under criminal procedure code that we can freeze the account of such institution. Okay. Supreme Court said yes, you can do, but it must be followed as done only on the two conditions. Okay. Supreme Court said that yes, you have a right to freeze the account and all, but there is condition for that law. Okay. What are the conditions? First, if money is stolen, let us suppose religious institution has money has been stolen and they have kept under the bank account. In that case, or let us suppose a religious institution, their money or itself get stolen by someone else. So in that case, yes, a bank account can be freezed. And second condition was that money was lying under suspicious circumstances, like money is under suspicious circumstances. Let us suppose it was found that that religious institution was getting fund from any outside foreign countries, or let us suppose from Pakistan, for any activity and kind of thing. So there is a, let us suppose, a threat that this religious institution is against the sovereignty of the country and all. So let us suppose that kind of threat is there. So in that case only this bank account can be frozen. Civil court said, Supreme Court said that yes, you must be follow criminal procedure code, but as per this there is two conditions only. Within the two conditions only you can do that or froze the account. One, if the money is stolen, yes, in that case you can do that. Another case, that if money supplies to the religious institution is suspicious, then only you can do that. Supreme Court issued the writ of mandamus and the bank account was defreezed. Supreme Court issued the writ of mandamus and the bank account was defreezed, and right to religious was upheld, protected and promoted. Okay, right to religious, let me write it clearly, right to religious activity was upheld, protected and promoted. Here the principle of locus standi apply. You understand? In the habeas corpus, locus standi does not apply because the person is himself in detained, but here the locus standi apply. The person or like religious institution authority have to go to the court. Nobody can else from your perspective can take the issues. Okay, they religious institution have to go themselves to the court in filing a case under the mandamus. Okay, like I'm just giving example with the religious institution kind of thing. There can be a many case. It is just example that was filed a case under the mandamus. Okay, mandamus can be filed by any citizen, but it should be always against the authority. It should be against the public authority. Then only this public mandamus can be applied. Mandamus cannot be applied on the president. Mandamus cannot be applied to the ruling government of the state. Okay, I hope you have understood this concept. Okay, in the next lecture we'll discuss about the writ of prohibition. Thank you. Oh, sorry, there was a slip of tongue that mandamus cannot be applied to president and governor. Okay, it is governor, not government of a state. Governor of a state. Okay, mandamus cannot be applied, granted against the mandamus is not that is granted against the president or the governor of a state, okay, for the exercise and performance of the powers and duties of his office. Related to that, related to the performance, power and duties of the offices, if they are doing any act for that, mandamus cannot be applied to the president and governor of the state, not government of the state. I have spoken many a times government of a state. It is not government, it is governor. And wherever I have spoken it, I will make a note that it is not government, it is the governor. Okay. So this was all about in this lecture. Sorry for that slip of tongue. And if you have any doubt, please comment in the video, like and subscribe. This is a new channel. We really need your support. Thank you.